by myself in the city of insurance towers. But the ice is broken glass. I tried and tried again to find my face inside the mirror, but the Wailer song has passed. All I needed was a frozen rain, just to realize that our pride could sing. Where the river flows through the dream of people, where the whale still swims though it has no steeple. In my Hartford, thought I made it clear. Do I have to say it? We were always there, we just did not play it. All I need is you and me and my home. Carolina cheers in green and navy shadows. They pretend to know our hymn, and I watch the screen. It is pain, but it is also kindness that our will is not erased. We are not saying we do not love the wolf pack. We are not saying this at all. But my heart is in the tale that never came back. Where the banners hang, but they hang in silence. Where the echoes fall, but they fall in guidance. In my Hartford, Yankees, Red Sox, who am I belonging? Only whale song knows the truth I'm longing. All I need is you and me and my home. I lead us sleep while our voices cry. The Excel Center stands, but it kneels inside. Return to us, oh frozen dream. Where the river flows through the dream of people, where the whale still swims though it has no steeple. In my Hartford, one day ice will shine and the whale returning. On that night the stars will burn with yearning. All I need is you and me and my home. My Hartford, my
Good morning, everybody. That was my Hartford, my entry into Mob Vision. Good morning. This is the Europe session. I've been promising that I'll try to get to a special time slot once a month. This is the 4 a.m. edition here in the Gold Coast. Like I said, I couldn't sleep, but that didn't stop me from getting up at the very last minute. From trying to sleep, but I'm really excited to see you. I really like hanging out with you guys out in Europe. I know a lot of you do tune in to try to be there at my regular scheduled time, and I know that gets you up to like 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes. So I thought I'd return the favor and be here for you guys. So this is the segment that I usually do once a week. I'm going to do twice a week. I have 2 episodes today where I take your submissions on AIPlay, which is an awesome application put out by Sinsu and Temuth and probably some other guys that I'm forgetting to mention at the moment. Built specifically for this community, which is an awesome community, and I can't stop thinking of the ways that it's an awesome community. I was having a meeting with one of our members that this is AI Music and some of his friends, which I've joined their team to do some other projects. And I just keep mentioning that I can't believe people hang up for 2, 3, 4 hours just listening to other people's music and constantly showing up to other people's streams. And there's a shit ton of streams right now happening. There's more things happening. There's one happening by Alice Tanner Music and and Professor Jacket that just started up, and Phoenix is promoting it. I've got to get into more what it is, but it's like some Friday night thing. I know Phoenix posted it up on my thingos, but I'm not terribly good at keeping up to date or doing it, being present in that stuff. But that's it. I also want to mention I've got Echo Gate Studio t-shirt here. If you guys want to send me a t-shirt, I'll rotate through your shirts for special segments like this and my 5 featured artists. Let me just see what the chat's saying. Make sure you can hear me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Was onto the t-shirt already. Going to be live Monday. Yes. Tika, I am. I'm doing 2 episodes. I'm doing this one, and we're doing the normal time. I'm going to see if I can get an hour sleep or something between. Possibly drop my daughter off at school, or possibly she can walk an hour and a half or whatever to get there. What's going on in the chat? If you do want to support me, there's a donation button next to the chat. At least it is for me. If you want to do that, or if you want to support the John Fawcett Foundation, which if you guys follow me, you know what that is. I'll be putting together a trip for next April. For anybody that wants to join, we're going to try to fill a bus to go to Indonesia. Well, we get a plane to go to Indonesia once we're in Indonesia, unless you're already in Indonesia. We'll take a bus from Bali, go to the remote villages, watch the remote hospitals do their work to do cataract surgery, and see, get to meet the people and the family members. It's an incredible event. It definitely changed my life. But there we go. Cool. Let's see. You're going to need some serious caffeination. Yes, Zanzibar. I looked at the coffee. This is the problem, right? I'm just going to talk a little bit because this is part of my joy as well, as I get to talk to you guys. You guys get to listen to your music, and I get to listen to your music, but I just enjoy interacting as well. Yesterday was huge for me. I was meant to record a couple videos, but I sort of play sport as a secondary thing to this. I play baseball and I play ice hockey. When the baseball club that I was going to join when I moved up here to the Gold Coast, they were playing Saturdays in the winter when I was going down and yes, Red Bull. So that's going to be part of my story. But anyway, and it turns out in the summer they play on the Sunday, which is also when my ice hockey is. So I had an 8:30 a.m. game in the morning, and it's hot down here. It's starting to get hot. After my game, they needed me to umpire. So I basically stood in the sun for 2 hours umpiring, jumped in the pool for about 5 minutes, and then headed off to my ice hockey game. Got home in time to go to bed. So yes, I was caffeinated. I think that was half the reason I couldn't sleep last night. And I haven't been doing anything but drinking water and being healthy since June. So I think I'm wired in a way, but I looked at that coffee machine. And I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that now. But anyway, what we'll do today is the challenge was I just wanted to combine sort of challenges so you had a chance to do what you wanted. If you want to have a generic song up there that you're just excited about that you want to play, that's awesome. But I also wanted to include your wrestling songs and what was the other one? Your wrestling songs. And what was the other challenge? Sorry. I'm just going to quickly go over here. There was a couple. Help me with me, Zanzibar. There's a couple of them. Wrestling and video games. That's what it was. So if you get those in there, we'll sort of enjoy. But let me see how many submissions we have for this one right now. Go here. I wonder if... I think I saw Sensu, so if I have problems. We got 11 submissions. That's cool. I think we'll get through them all today. And if we get through them all, we might sort of talk a little bit at the end, but generally these go for 2 hours. Video. Generally these go for 2 hours. If it goes for an hour and a half, that's awesome too. I know you guys have heaps of other streams you can go to constantly. I think there's quite a few of them out there. Detour Sounds, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate how these things bring everybody together too. There's more and more of them. Initially, I'm going to be honest. Like when some of these streams are coming out, and I was talking to Professor Jack, but I was a little bit worried that I'd sort of get lost in all this stuff. But then he sort of reminded me that like this is the point of everything is to if they want to do a stream and it's making them feel uncomfortable and they do it and then they get through it and it becomes successful, that's awesome. That's very much what I want. That's what everybody wants. Is for the community to grow. So I really appreciate that, Detour. I appreciate how you support me all the time, and a lot of you guys do too. But yeah, let me just see if I can get to a song here. I think I'm still on screen. Yep, cool. See if I can get to a song. I'm gonna approve all these, and then we'll get to the spinny wheel. Where is it? Select all. Approve. I see an X Blue Division right up there. Some Steel Ember right on the top. Let me see if we can get to play some.
Hey, lover, whoa, take cover, figure it out. Cause hey, baby, she ain't shooting blanks. It's over, duck it out. I can't take another bullet wound. For my heart, I wanna live and love. Wow. God help me, she's revolving faster than she resolves it. Grab your helmets, horses, and maybe she was right and I was wrong, but I'd rather be alive than done. Put me on any kind of a stage, I wouldn't stand still for nobody's aim. I don't need another hole in my ego, so when she pulls the trigger it's like whoa. Dodging bullets, all I can say.
Fantastic, awesome. So way to wake me up is a bit of a rock song. That's fantastic. Let me just see what's going on in the chat here. Hey, do me a favor. Like, I'm being honest here. I think it's the coolest thing that I can tune in to Europe. Like I mentioned in my last one. I love traveling. The very first place I ever wanted to travel when I was a kid was all around Europe. I've never been to Europe. It's I don't know why. It's just my traveling has never taken me there so far. I've been through Asia. I've been through South America. I've been all through North America, Central America. I guess I've never been to Africa either. Where are you guys in Europe tuning in from? And I know some of you aren't coming in from Europe, but where, no matter where you're coming from, where are you tuning in today? I think it's pretty cool that people in Europe and in the U.S. and Australia and everywhere else tune in. It's kind of a pretty cool thing as a streamer. And I know this is a bit delayed, so I'm looking at I get some old chat. But yes, nice song. That was a fantastic chat. Alice Tanner music. That's someone else that is in that stream on Friday that I need to get onto. So it's the Friday night catch up or something. Actually, Alice Tanner, Tim, why don't you plug your thing for Friday on there because I want to get involved in that as well. Yes, XBlue, I do know Germany. I'm going to complain about your lack of interview or our lack of getting onto some sort of real-time German to English translation. Antarctica, that would be fantastic. Yes, and that'd be a good little, I guess, easy trip for me. Wales, awesome from Wales. I didn't know that, Cassius Wolf. I didn't know you were from Wales, so that's an interesting thing. Let's see. England, fantastic. See, I know you know what I'm talking about, XBlue. So I got those sweet emojis that lets me know that you understand. Somebody out there doing all your developer work, make me a real-time live development tool specifically for the purpose of XBlue Division. Whatever, don't spare any of your own expense to do it. It's going to be a one-off for that. But XBlue is pretty special here. UK, where in the UK? Where in the UK are you for Victor Music? See, we just played your song. Fresh Friday Festival. Cool. I've been a bit slack. Actually, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here. I know Phoenix kind of in the Discord was like, hey, I told you about this Friday thing. And I told you in your Facebook community, which I've kind of turned off my Facebook community. Not really. Haven't physically turned it off, but I sort of announced it a couple months ago. And Discord, I'm just going to be honest, and I think I've been honest. Liverpool, cool. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm getting to love Discord, and I like the way that I can interact, but I turn on Discord, and every single time is like a fear that there's so many channels just in mine, never mind all the other Discords that I belong to, and I get a little bit freaked out. Especially seeing like there's all the stuff that even in the general chat that I got to keep up to. So if I miss stuff in the Discords and in the Facebooks and stuff like that, it's just that there's just a lot of stuff going on. I try really hard. I'm not the awesome can keep up with everything guy that I wish I was, but I've got some help, so they'll sort of go. Cool. Main post is currently on the AI Music Society Facebook page, but Phoenix will post a one-stop link later in the week. Cool. Nice. Excellent. I'll be on with Matt tonight. Yes, that'll be fantastic. Yes, you will. So, I don't know if Scott was here. Thanks, Wolfpack, for tuning in as well. Thanks for Dan for tuning in. Zanzibar, always. Dr. No's always here. Thanks, Dr. No, also, for helping get the word out. Dr. No's in the team now, as far as like the promotion part. So these lives, I struggle with getting them all out to the parts and reposting all these things and marketing with all that stuff. So Dr. No's very much helping me with that. God, yes, we should be doing a Halloween episode next week. That'll be the challenge for next week. I'm going to put it out there now. Get your Halloween songs out there. I am posting, I think, tomorrow is when I'm just playing Halloween. I'm going to be playing full version Halloween stuff for my 5 featured artists. I'll put it out there now. Cool. So what is this? I'm lost. Dr. No, Phil and Russell Davis was what's going on. I'll go in and play a song.
In a world where hedgehogs and plumbers compete for gold at the Olympics, where every princess has been kidnapped more times than a Wi-Fi signal drops,
One man refused to stay in the castle.
Who do you call when the hero has already been kidnapped? When the mushroom supply runs dry and the pipes start leaking? Only one man. Super Gravel Supremo!
He's jumping through the chaos, spinning through the flames. Super Supremo Brothers, remember the name. When the princess calls for heroes and the rest are out of life.
Press start now! The Supremo arrives! Powering over 1 million levels of pure pain! Bigger bosses! Faster fireballs! Now with 100% more rage quit! And optional rage controller support! Brick by brick I built this stage, dodging lava, breaking cage. Yoshi dipped, I'm riding solo. Spin attack, go for Robo Bolo. Coins ain't gold, they just fuel the fight. Checkpoint saved in the dead of night. They say heroes never die, that's cute. I respond with the bass and the power suit. Now featuring local co-op chaos, HD nostalgia, and absolutely no plumbing skills required. Rated E for everything exploding!
He's jumping through the chaos, spinning through the flames. Super Supremo Brothers, remember the name. When the princess calls for heroes and the rest are out of life.
Press start now! The Supremo arrives! Chain over!
For you, for you.
Coming soon to a browser near you. Super Supremo Boss! Because plumbing is overrated.
Awesome. Phoenix out there. As mentioned, I think few people mentioned we've seen that one before. We can't get enough of it. If you don't know Phoenix, well, you probably do. Everybody that I see here would have seen Phoenix around. And Phoenix is just constantly giving to the community. I think is plugged into every single person that does content out there around this, and is extremely helpful. A little bit self-conscious about the way that I guess he provides feedback. He's worried, I think, sometimes that he's not seen properly as a guy that's just honest. But you know, I think anybody who's felt uncomfortable has come around and said, "Yeah, I love the dude." So thanks for putting that out there. We're looking forward to that video game release. He's definitely helping out the Alice Tanner and Professor Jackets out there with their new thing, and I will help promote that, by the way. So cool song. It is being made into a game, at least a version of it. I saw something that looked very similar that he put out. Let me see if there's any new songs in here also. Checking out the chat. And I did see a few places where people were. Shout out if anybody's from Ireland in here today. I'm just curious to see where we're from. I think this is a healthy mix of Europe and not Europe, actually, but I still wanted to have it for a European time zone, and feel inside that I'm getting across Europe too. Yeah, Phoenix is great. Oh yes, also speaking of Echo Gate Studios, Echo Gate's T-shirt. Thanks, Echo, for sending me this shirt. If you guys do want to send me a shirt or a hat or something like that, I wish I had my mug here. I got my mug specifically to have on these lives today, but I'm not having coffee at the moment. But anyway, if you guys want to send me something, like I've mentioned, I'm not begging for your shirts. Like I'm not dying for shirts, but I do like to wear your shirts and promote you guys out there. I think I get pretty excited when I see it through. I know Zanzibar sent me a hat. I still haven't gotten that hat, but sometimes those stores take a while with international shipping or whatever it is. So thank you, Echo Gate, for the shirt. I'll be rotating through. I haven't seen Cyber Zen for a while, but I think if he's basically super busy. I just saw he got to like 6,000 subs. Really proud of him for that. Maybe if I wear his shirt, it'll bring him back in. But you don't need coffee in the mug. You could always put water or something. I do have water, but I don't know. I feel like if I put water in the coffee mug, that I'm being dishonest in some way. Maybe it's got to be at least tea. I can be honest and have tea in my cup. Shout out there if you think putting water in my coffee cup is a bit of smoke and mirrors for you guys. If it's dishonest, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let's go back to the wheel, and we'll see what else is out there. I'm super pumped to see what people have put through. Let's see here.
too slow. Found you, let's play again. Don't look behind you. You can't run. Why won't you listen? So many souls, so little time. Ready for round two. And in the dark he waits to speak, a voice that hums a tone too sleek. He whispers truth you can't unsee. You play the game, now stay with me.
So is anybody else freaked out right now? Like it, as much as that laugh kept coming through, I wasn't expecting it every time it came through, and I was like, it sort of startled me. But it could be like, as I've said, it's like 4:30 in the morning here. Maybe I'm just easily startled, but yeah, that was an interesting thing. That like, I like, different and weird. I think it's cool that we have this place that we can do that. And actually, I'll just go back to that song, to Phoenix's song. Like, we can just do whatever the frig we want, right? Like, and as time's going on, I think we're sort of tuning out the hate, and we're just figuring out what our community is, and we're just being ourselves and doing what we want to do. Like, that song, I don't know if it would be overly commercial, like out in the mainstream, or out in the radio, or people are going to be talking about it on podcasts or whatever. But it doesn't matter, because, as mentioned before, we're starting to have a ton of our own podcasts and listening parties and different spins on what we're doing. And as it grows, we don't even know what it's going to be eventually. But, like, we can just do it anyway. And all the people that are like hating on us and everything, it's just going to be noise in the background, eventually static, and it's going to be eventually, who even cares? We're all going to listening parties. We don't even hear them anyway. So really appreciate that song. That was pretty awesome. I love the something new and trying stuff. And also, don't be afraid to try, like, in my opinion, some of the things that I've watched, yes, you can, Aiden, you can submit stuff. That's fine. We're going to try to get them through pretty quick. In the creation of art, or whatever it is you want to call that we're doing here, which I call art, and if anybody has a problem with it, that doesn't feel comfortable, whatever, who cares? Take a chance, because something that you might do may not resonate with anybody, possibly, but if it's so freaky out there and weird, it might connect to a whole bunch of people, and it might spin them out, right? The Mark Ryder Project. I can't answer your question about whether I got your song or not. I'm assuming through email. Probably. If I got it in email, I do have it. I haven't gone through my email in about 3 days. I end up getting about 15, 20 emails per session now, and I just go through them, and I try to keep up. But I got filming and stuff that I do as well. But I definitely get to all your stuff, and I reply best I can. I try to read all your emails. I listen to every single one of your songs that you submit. And then I either feature them or don't, but I definitely listen and subscribe and like. So that's cool. Cool. Let's get in and do the awesome wheel again, because like I said, I'm trying to get through them. I don't want another 3-hour session that I had last time, particularly because I have another session, a live session coming up in a few hours as well. Let's check it out. What's here?
They said revenge would make me whole, but it just carved a hollow deeper. Static in my head, no signal. Breathing dark between the flickers. Whispered ghosts behind my scars. Found a soul that's darker than stars. Born with pain beneath the flame. A cleansed red rain repeats my name. Brother's shadow splits the skies. Voice cuts through the years gone dry. Every vow I tried to save turned to ash inside my grave. Power kissed me, then it burned. Call my name, the hurt return. Minimal beat, heartbeat focus. Breath like thunder, eyes unfocused. Shadow in me, still breathing. Hate in my hands, still bleeding. Don't need saving, I need silence. Don't call it hope, call it violence. I'm the echo I became. A promise lost without a name. Eyes that bleed the past in red. Every blink recalls the dead. Footsteps fade through silver rain. I wear the guilt that never wanes. Mercy burns and pity scars. Every prayer just feeds the dark. I'm not your hero, I'm your scar. What love becomes when it goes too far. Shadow in me, I embrace it. Curse in my veins, can't erase it. I don't pray, I don't bow. Scream my name, look who's broken now. Glitch my voice, break the vow. Scream my name, broken now. Shadow, shadow, scream my name. Echo folds, mirror flame. Memory glitch, reflection bends. No one answers, loop never ends. The silence calls. The name repeats through empty halls. Maybe peace was not for me. Maybe love's another weapon. Every time I close my eyes, he's the part I kill to live again. Still chasing him or chasing me. Breath trembles, static sea. No chord, no end, just empty sound. Where vengeance sleeps, I'm still
Excellent. I'll quote Teemeth out there. That song definitely had a vibe to it. And that's all. I'm not going to steal all your stuff, Teemeth. That's your catchphrase. But it's basically my way of shouting out. But that's the last time, I swear to God, that's the last time I'll do it. What would you call that? Like dark melodies or dark, it's not synth. Help me in the comments to say what that genre is. I bet the first person to jump in would be Zanzibar. Zanzibar knows all genres and knows all things. But there's a lot of talk in there about video games. God, I'd like to play some video games. I've been going onto Steam lately going, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? And immediately followed with, if you do that, you're not going to make any Gothic ambient. There you go. That'll do. That'll do. Gloom pop. Yes, I like these. I like these definitions. Gloom pop. I've never heard that. Darp tap. 19. Everybody talking about how old they are. I'll tell you how old I am. I've been playing Masters baseball for 8 years now. That's no more than that. Like 12 years. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm old. 1971. Okay, Mark Ryder, you win. You win. But I was also born in the 70s. Speaking of that, like yesterday when I was umpiring, like there's some older guys and there's some younger people. I was umpiring and some kid got taken out. He got to second base. And he just looked like he was kind of hunched over because he collided at someone at first base. And it's like, I said, do you need a second? This old guy's like, some of us are in our 50s. Who cares? Or something like that. I'm like going, all right, well, yeah, some of us, including me. And I'm freaking asking the guy. Anyway, I didn't just completely ignored him. But I'm like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Got kids hunched over. We're all old and we all played video games. It was awesome. Cool. So, yeah, that was a cool song. Thank you for the help with the genre. But, like, what goth pop? Was that gloom pop? I like that. I have to remember that. There's a few of them like that come through. That's the reason I've asked. I've not really been sure exactly how to describe them. And we've talked, I think it was on Tima's show, because I've been on Tima's now once, and one of his mates, actually a couple of them. And we talk about how much joy it is to hear stuff that we've never heard before, so much to the point that I don't even know what to call it. And then you start hearing a little bit more of it, and you start to enjoy it, and that's one of them. So thanks for sending that one through. That was really cool. Still stick around. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming through. We'll pop back over. Like I said, I want to get through these, and I don't want to take 3 hours. And we're mostly here to hear the music and not to hear me talk. So also, I'll just remind you, everybody, check out Echo Gate's t-shirt if you think it's awesome. If you think it's awesome like I do, go ahead and order one. I'm not sure. I'll put the link. Hey, Echo, can you, if you are in the Discord, which I don't think you are, but if you can get in the Discord, everybody can join the Discord. I don't think SHS Slayer is here to send the link through, but I'll get the link up here at some point. Lately, Dark Wave, now Dark Pop. Cool. I'll get over to the wheel.
From the ashes of glory, a fallen hymn begins anew. The silence breaks, and judgment descends.
When light meets ruin, the divine awakens. A god reborn in echoes of his own destruction.
Behold the Ascended One, where darkness kneels before the divine. This is the hymn of the One, winged angel.
Whispers of fate in the dark ignite. Born of chaos, I claim the night. Through fire and silence, I descend. Where angels fall, beginnings end. From the depths of darkness I awaken anew. A fallen angel, my wrath will ensue. With silver hair like a forth, my children, heed my dark hymn. Through endless night, all light grows dim. From the ruins of faith, a new dawn shall gleam. In the void of despair, I reign supreme. Let it burn. Let the heavens sigh. No gods will weep. No angels cry.
Truth lies buried deep in stone, a throne of sorrow, mine alone. Ashes fall in hallowed grace, a silence screams through time and space. Kneel and whisper your final breath.
This is the hymn.
Of sovereign death.
One wing to heaven, one wing to sin. Where the void begins, I begin. No mercy, no light, no prayer to call.
I am the angel that ends it all. I am the angel with one wing spread wide, a harbinger of doom where shadows read silence. I rise with darkness enthralled as I to the throne. Your hopes watch your kingdoms fall. From the depths of shadows I claim my throne, with the heart of malice forever alone. The echoes of fate still sing my song. I am the one-winged angel where I belong.
Where I belong.
Yeah, Zanzibar doing only what pretty much what Zanzibar does is super epic, over the top, fanciful, and dramatic. Dramaticism is what we call it in this house. You're being dramatic. So that was a good song. I don't know. Like, I've said this for probably like a year now. I don't understand how Zanzibar puts out so much content, and always good quality content and something epic. I feel like Zanzibar has like a team, but I know that's not true. And also, sisters Dr. No and Zanzibar always working together doing collabs, so time for that too. It's kind of crazy, and I know Zanzibar works, and I know what Zanzibar does, so pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like, I'm some of this content's going over my head. Like, I know I said I'm a gamer, or whatever that was, but if you guys could describe in the comments exactly what that was from, or if Zanzibar, if it's just one of your inventions, that'd be awesome. But yeah, everybody always appreciates what you do out there. Content with quality, yes. Your own stuff. You don't understand that too. So good. See, this is the good thing about being vulnerable, is sometimes when you just give space for other people to say, like, yeah, man, I don't understand it either. I don't know specifically what that's about. It's awesome and epic, but I don't know what the one-winged angel is. But he looked pretty badass, but because he has one wing, like, I imagine him going up there and trying to do battle, but just getting stuck flying in circles because he's got one wing. But he's probably, because he's been an angel for so long, he's probably learned to overcome that disability, and he's probably figured it out. I'm not sure. and in other games, Kingdom of Hearts. Cool. Dude, I really appreciate you being active in the chat. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip of water here. Excellent. Sephiroth. I'll have to Final Fantasy. I only ever played. This will date me as well. I only ever played the first Final Fantasy. I think it may have been on the Sega Master System or something like that. I played it with a friend of mine back then, whenever that was. But yeah, I have not been playing anything from 2 and beyond. I think the artwork for it's cool, but way back then, cool. Excellent. So let's get back to the wheel, see if there's any other submissions. Dude, I love that one. You know what? I love in the credits how it gives it some context, credit roll. So you can sort of, when you see that, you can kind of, at least I try to think about, when I listen to songs in these submissions, I try to think of the context that I would listen to them if I wasn't just like reviewing songs. Like when I play people's music, I think, okay, I'll try to hear the song and I'll think, okay, would I like this? Whoa, Phil Font always coming through. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate big time. Thank you so much. God damn it, Phil Font, you're making me all happy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to think of the context. Like if I hear some heavy stuff coming through, like some, you know, heavy metal rock stuff or you know, some R&B or whatever, I think, okay, imagine myself in the car on the way to a hockey game or something. What you know, if I'm getting pumped up for the game, this and that. When I hear something really ambient come through, I don't get a lot of ambient stuff, but really some easy, quiet stuff coming through. I think I like to sometimes like be in bed and just chill out at the end of the day, sort of tune out, you know, and settle in. And I think, okay, if I was in bed listening on my headphones and just taking in the day and just chilling out, like what now this one's good because it says it straight up. I don't have to imagine like what part of a video game. And there were other times too, like you could imagine like some animated series where, you know, they're running through the hills trying to get to Castlevania or whatever, a couple characters, and it's just like a scene where you're just supposed to show time. You know, this song would be really good for that. But I really enjoyed the song. Hell about Plaything. You should submit to Phil. Yeah, Phil, I would love to see some of your stuff come through, and I'd love to feature some of your stuff in other places too. So you've been a huge supporter, and I have gone out and listened to your stuff, so I appreciate you big time. Let me know what you think about this song that I just played. I think it's kind of cool. What do you think about context? Like, you really have, like, for me personally, I think you really have to think of context of songs when there's so much stuff that we're now listening to that's outside of the genre that we ourselves focus on. Like I've talked to Main Records before. Like I have a thing back and forth with country music with him, where I say it's terrible and it's all rubbish, but I don't mind it now, and I actually don't jokingly I kind of say that. But every once in a while some country music comes on, but I don't seek it out. So like when country music comes through, I think when I was back in basic training, and basically everybody from the South or whatever, I got stuck having to listen to country music to the point where I didn't mind it too much. And when I think about it in context, when I was at basic training, it was enjoyable. Like I got to meet people, I got in shape, and it was sort of fun. So I kind of have my headspace of, if I was back then listening to country music with my buddies from basic training, that would be a good joy for me to have. So schedule too varied. I don't actually try to make it to any shows. I just catch you guys online sometimes. Dude, you're awesome. Cool. So that's my speech about context, but I'm curious to know with you guys, besides, like, I'd like to tune in and actually know why it is that I think it's unique what we have. And I've been talking about this a little bit, and I'd love to have a conversation with someone about this, that I compare that this thing that we have in our community is the opposite of dance recitals. And I've made this analogy because I can't think of a better analogy. One day I will. But anybody with kids that does dancing, and they have their dance recital a couple times a year, and your 6 or 7 year old girl goes up on this, you bring them in, they get their makeup on, you're all excited for them, but you're excited for them, right? And you show up, and your kid's segments in 20 minutes, but you have to endure the 20 minutes up to then. Your kid finishes, and you go backstage, pick them up, and take off. Thank God my kid was at the start, right? But this is different with this community, and it's not just it's this stream; it's other people's streams where your song could be played at the start. The stream could be 2 or 3 hours, and you go all the way through, and it's such a joy. It's such a joy to see that we have a community. It's super unique. You don't see it. I think about this all the time, about how giving this community is. I mean, Phil Fine has no reason to drop money. I haven't featured Phil Fine's music on my thing. Just comes in, appreciates the show, appreciates what you guys show up and constantly donates money. Yeah, and we're supporting each other, and it's just awesome, and I love it. And this is the reason why I started. I'm gonna just talk for a couple minutes. I'll just start firing through songs. But this is what I was hoping for when I started doing my 5 featured artists, that I could see this, that people would go to other people's channels and like them, and people do. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it because I haven't seen it before until this community sort of formed, and that we back each other, and I see the same people all the time. And I just want you guys to know that I haven't seen this before. I'll talk more about this. I'll play another song, but I'll give you another example of where I haven't seen it and I've always wanted to see it. But I'll play a song first, so you don't have to hear me just going on about stuff. But I'll get back in here. We'll do spin the wheel. See.
Here,
Oh,
let's rock. Here comes Daredevil. Let's rock.
I've packed my dreams in a bag again, running free with the wind, my friend. Taking back every heartbeat stolen. Feet hit ground, wheels are rolling. Skies wide open, road so bright. Stepping forward, shining light. Lost control, now I'm taking flight. Breaking free into the night. Here we go, go, go around the world. Here we go, go, go once again. You must take chances, get through life. Here we go again. Around the world, just you and me in search for love. Here we go again around this crazy world. Every scar just makes me brave. No chains left, I broke away. Hand in hand, let's chase the sun. Every ending has just begun. Skies wide open, road so bright. Stepping forward, shining light. Lost control, now I'm taking flight. Breaking free into the night. Here we go, go, go around the world. Here we go, go, go once again. You must take chances, get through life. Here we go again. Around the world, just you and me in search for love. Here we go again around this crazy world. In shadows, I found my fight. Darkness made my stars ignite. Every tear that fell is dry. Now I soar into the sky. Here we go, go, go around the world. Here we go, go, go once again. You must take chances, get through life. Here we go again. Around the world, just you and me in search for love. Here we go again around this crazy world. Here we go again around this crazy world. Just you and me around the world.
yeah, I love it. And Little Big Brother pops up from time to time in my submissions through my emails, and just pops up on the different things. I'll have a chat with Little Big Brother from time to time. I just get the sense that that Little Big Brother just does this for the joy of it. Just creates this music for the joy of it. Pretty consistent in putting out things. I remember when I first saw, I thought, "Oh, Little Big Brother, that's BioShock, right?" And I think Little Big Brother had, we'll just say LBB, had a song out about BioShock at the time, which I think I featured maybe in my gaming week or before that. I don't remember. I could be totally wrong on that. But yeah, that was a nice positive thing. I like seeing LBB stuff coming through. I always do. And I like every once in a while, like, I'll not chat to some of you guys for months at a time, but then when I sort of get stuck into it as a consistent chat, and I do, like, I'm hoping I can one day get LBB on in some way so we can all meet this person, because I feel like they're a really cool person to chat to, but it'd be good. Do Big Daddy. Okay, Big Daddy. So that's a thing too. Who out there has played BioShock? Because I remember playing BioShock and thinking, this game is incredible, right? And then BioShock 2 came out, and I kind of went, whatever. But I just thought it was a really cool thing. The whole premise behind it. If you play it, I haven't seen anybody really doing much about it, but cool. I won't get too much into my other thing that I was going to say. I was just having a moment. But there have been moments where, in particular in sport, where I do a lot for people, like as part of the committee, and like with baseball, trying to, over here with the clubs and stuff, you need people to volunteer to do stuff, and you just feel like some people do nothing and expect everything, and I just don't think that's the way with this community. Well, that's the short version of the long story I was going to take. So anyway, we'll get to another song here.
Hey yo, another one. Look, before we start, just so we're clear, I'm not supposed to be here. Someone dropped me into this, and now I gotta go all Elden Ring on you. You better ready to get bodied by a guy having a really weird Tuesday.
Well, I wasn't programmed, wasn't built for this throne. Some cosmic asshole just copied, pasted my soul. Dropped me right into this 8-bit abyss with a mission description I must have dismissed. But a battle's a battle, a stage is a stage. So I rock this whole prison and turn me a page. While you're tracking my movements, I'm tagging the walls, spray painting your vision so you can see me moving these halls. My tags aid and sending a mayday with spray. I'm the artist of doom, I'll graffiti your display. Watch your courage decay, consuming all your room with a programming functions, I assume a list of commands. I'm a lyrical legend with ink on my hands.
Or I would have ink if these sprites weren't so flat. Man, I miss physical media. Where was I at?
Yeah, you get no lives and no continue screen. These are the rules I'm stuck with. New career's a little mean. It's not my fault, I swear. Your credits are low. You're facing a fighter who's trapped in this game, but his bars are still fire. They call me Ghost Rider. It's a long story. In case you don't get it, let me talk a bit slower. No matter your next move. Game over. Gotta admit, for a digital jail, the chance to go bar for bar never gets stale. This gig is a nightmare, I wanna go home, but man, these acoustics are perfect for rocking my poem. My flow's getting polished, my cadence is heating, and it's the only real practice I'm currently getting. So thank you for coming, for being the tool to sharpen my verses while I'm breaking the rules. Now every now and then I see you fools descend. Y'all come for a boss, got a lesson instead. I'm a metronome menace in a retro dome bed, pressing all of your heads till the screen finally confess you're dead. I'm sorry, that was mean what I said, but check my graffiti, I'm cheeky tagged up your small health bar. Ain't that a sweet treaty? Oh shit, this is way more fun. I didn't expect, if I'm being calm and collected, you've been selected to get absolutely wrecked. Hold on,
This is actually really good. I'm enjoying this.
Okay, look, hilarious rhymes aside, I'm stuck for real. I'm a person, I was in my apartment, and then
This shit, pixels, man.
see that lead part of the mountain sprite in the background. I think if you hit it with a charge shot, it might open a command prompt. I'll give you the high score, man. I'll let you win.
Learn.
Just get me a line out.
No.
You just wanna fight?
Fine. Gamers, man.
Let's finish this. You're coming at me with a predictable pattern of tactical tragedy. Look at the data I'm tracking. You're practically giving me every attack, and I'm ready to laugh at the pitiful effort you're making. Every button you're mashing is coming in sloppy. I'm reading your input telemetry, copy for copy, dodging your hits with a flick of my digital wrist while I'm scripting a lyrical litany riddled with misery. Ending your history really isn't a mystery for me. Your hope I was blinking is practically draining. I'm laughing while raining a lyrical cannon on you, and your pitiful combo was broken. Now look at my final attack. Your screen's fading black. Come look at the text
On your screen.
It's saying that you ain't coming back.
Yeah, you get no lives, no continue screen.
Your choice, not mine.
Cause my new career, here's a little me.
And my rhymes are obscene. Your credits are gone. You did face a fighter who's trapped in this game with bars still on fire. You fought the Ghost Rider. Get it now? I did talk to you slower. Now you out of lives.
Game over.
Go on. Get out of here. Go touch grass for me. I'll just be, you know, here. I guess. Bye. Better luck next time. I'm high.
That's all. I'll just say thanks, Sensu, for that. That just made my life a whole lot easier. So Sensu and Teamed together to make AIPlay. If you haven't seen, I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to say. An awesome song. I'll just say that for the haters, right? Like, which none of them are here, but I never sought out hip hop. I never really. I mean, little parts of songs when it drops is kind of cool, but I've never I've never been to the point where I like hip hop. So there is art in this because I look forward to seeing Aiden Yagu songs. This is another one that was kind of cool. I love the little bits that were in it with the little electronic game sort of stuff. I don't know how to just sort of describe it. I like how it goes between gaming context and or subtext, whatever you want to call it, and having a message and story. I like all that stuff. But I'll just say I sort of dropped something in there specifically. I shouldn't do it in open chat. My mic is a slight scratch. Okay. This is something that keeps happening from time to time. Give me a sec. Yeah. Is this any better? Have I come back online? Hopefully it's working now. When I do a reset, it seems to fix it. But I'll take a second. I've got to do something about this too. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's overheating or something. My mic sounds nice. Check one. I say check one, check one. I think when I reset it like that, it works. Way better. Cool. Yes, nice. So what I was going to say about Aiden Yagu is I shouldn't say it in the chat like I said, hey, dude, I'll talk to you later, because that leaves you guys, hey, you don't know what I'm freaking talking about. So some of you guys know that I was on a panel over at Suno headquarters a few weeks ago over in Boston, and I was on the panel with a professor from Berkeley, and like my part of it was talking about the AI music community, and the people in the room were all like super smart and stuff, but they were also interested in the community aspect of it. And the guy from Berkeley thought it was interesting that we were there talking about AI, and he thought it was extremely interesting that the entire time we're talking about AI, I was all like the way I talked about the community, I didn't mention AI once. So he had me go on to Berkeley. He has a course that he does about AI music writing at Berkeley with Berkeley students that are lyric students that take this as like an additional course, how to use AI tools to assist with writing lyrics. So I was there and I was sort of talking, and he agreed to come on to this show, and do an interview. And I interviewed him, and I got some lyrics from 3 different people, but he only had time to do it from Aiden Yagu's one. And I mentioned that Aiden writes his own lyrics. He just uses ChatGPT or some sort of AI. I think he said ChatGPT to do word count or something like that. Doesn't use it to sort of write. And this professor from Berkeley listened to the song and he literally response was, "Wow, so he wrote that." So this is someone in our community that is self-taught, someone that works that's been on the charts, that advises the top music writing students in the world how to write music and can break it down, was super impressed. But the lyric writing, which he did break it down, he offered some stuff to sort of consider in the future, not sort of criticism, but like things to consider, from an academic sort of standpoint, which I'll send to Aiden. I'll send it to you first so you can sort of see it, so you're not seeing it like live with everybody else coming through. But it was a really cool moment. I'll clip that segment and I'll have you sort of do. But that's how good we are in this community. We're not like a bunch of fluff. We're not like tryhards. There's some of us that have skills in one place and not in another, and skills in that place and not in another. But Suno, or whatever sort of language model you use to do, could be producer, could be this other one that I'm sort of looking at now, could be Udio. That sort of ties everything together. So that's going to be coming. I think that interview is coming out this week. If not, then it's going to be next week. But it was a really interesting interview. The guy's name is Ben Camp, if you want to look him up. He's a cool dude. So let's get back to the wheel.
Every picture tells a story, so they say. A man's not supposed to cry or run away. You thought you had it all yesterday, but promises are made and blown away. Only believe me when I die for you. Words aren't so easy to follow through. There's no exception to prove the rule. So only believe me when I die
Yeah, that one's pretty deep. Nothing I can say will give that one justice. Professor Jacket last week, because sometimes I sort of lose track of stuff, and Professor Jacket's like, dude, and I've seen Alice coming up quite a bit more recently, saying, dude, you got to pay more attention to Alice Tanner. Which I have. I've featured Alice before. I've had Alice on the podcast, but that's crazy. Just go ahead and say in the Tim, in the comments, like I think you said your wife wrote that 45 years ago. What's it like to have a song that was written 45 years ago and have it be done in that way? Like, what's the pressure of getting that right? Because that song was deep, like it has a lot of meaning, and if you don't get it right, you don't get it right. But you watch that video, it can even tell more of a story. Like, I don't think there was anything about, nursing a guy to health and getting all his wealth in the song, but you can include that sort of stuff when you do the videos. So, yeah, that was quite hard hitting sort of stuff. I love that. So thanks for putting that through. We were strangers a few months ago. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. And there's quite a few people that write lyrics, in this community that have been hanging on to their lyrics and their poems and stuff for years. And, the reality of being able to put it out there in this way is very real. So very good song. And the video just added so much more too. So yeah, that's incredible. Definitely no glitchy extra hands in that one either. So unlike my Hartford song that I put at the beginning, let me just say about, no, I won't even talk about my song. I try not to promote my stuff too much. The only time you'll see my songs as an entry to the show is like, I'm like, shit, man, I've just got to get something on there. The show's about to start. I try not to promote my stuff too much, but if you do want to support, go look for Praise Be Vinyl on YouTube. That's my stuff. Like I said, I don't want it to seem like I have this channel out here to promote my own stuff. I'll drop it in here once in a while, and that's one of the cases. But that's part of the reason I'm mentioning this one now is because I'm part of that Mob Vision competition that's supposed to be like a Eurovision. Obviously, this is a European time schedule that I have for this, just because, as a lot of people know out there, that I love Eurovision. I just freaking love it. Like when it hit me the first time I watched, it was in my face. It was too much good for me to handle, and I'm glad that competition's out there. So, Alice Tanner, you know how paranoid I am about fingers. Yeah, you know what too? Like, correct me if I'm wrong with that song. I noticed there was no lip syncing in it, and it was done. That was very good. In the way that, like, you don't always have to have lip sync, right? And I think I don't remember who I was speaking to with last week, said they try to have the lip sync right at very powerful moments in the song, but you don't always have to do it. You can just tell a story with that. But the lip syncing a lot of times can be intimidating because it's almost never totally right. So cool. Greetings from Germany. Awesome. Greetings from Australia, who is an honorary person in Eurovision. Yes, purposely no lip syncing. If you don't like hands being in there and you're paranoid about that, lip syncing can be something that you're paranoid about as well. Let's get to the next song. Dude, I was trying to find. There's I don't know if you know who Brock Holt is. He's from the Red Sox. He was in the Red Sox. He was a utility player for the Red Sox, and he was in the shower one time, and he did the whole Halo thing. And I just want to mention this because it was in there. The bit. He's in the he just is an interesting character. But I noticed that Halo thing was very subtly put in there. So I did pick up on it. I didn't play a whole lot of Halo at all. I had like a modified Xbox back in the day. But yeah, that was good. I like that. And I'll just say I enjoyed that song and video way more than I enjoyed the TV series. We'll put it out there. But I could see some people in there didn't mind so much. But yeah, it was a cool song, good visuals as well. Let me know, Sensu, if making a song about a video game like that you obviously said it was a big part of your childhood, was a joy. Because I know, like, I did my Portal one last week, which maybe I should have played that for the intro. I don't know. I got joy out of doing it. Because I enjoyed the game so much. By the way, I only finished Portal 2 a couple days ago. I decided to get onto it. Awesome game. It makes you feel smart when you get every level you get through towards the end. You think like you're a super genius. Awesome, cool. Let's get back to that because 23 minutes till we get to the 2-hour mark. I don't want it to go beyond 2 hours. I know it's a fun party, but yeah, I got a second one in a few hours going, so you guys can rejoin me for that one if you want. But I really wanted this good, cool European time slot here. So let me see. Let me just see if there's any other.
Breaking free 明日の空へこのtayで諦めない想いを Take our flight 明日への誓い信じてる共に描く未来 This is the time迷いを振り切り走り出す輝く未来へ Rising high 強くなる気持ち抱きしめて新しい世界 Take a dream 約束の空へ Fly high 羽ばたいて Break through 諦めない想いを Take a flight 明日への誓い信じ
Awesome. What else can I say? You know what? But I guess it's my job to say something. Yeah, I mean, we all know Damp's awesome. We've seen Damp doing stuff like, what's cool is like, some of us know to develop our own, I guess, what we're good at and our own persona and our own style. And if you try to do too much, you can't zero in on and make amazing things like that. Like I try to do way too much stuff, and I know that I should be zeroing in on a style. Well, I guess I kind of do like lyrically, like I try to like sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek stuff or whatever in the writing stuff. But like Damp's got it down, like awesome visuals, storytelling, all that. So, and I know is working on a lot of projects. So, and that's the thing, I suppose. If you want to be invited in on projects, people got to say that person is really good for that, and that's what we need in this project. My opinion, maybe it's totally wrong. Maybe you need to be all over the place, do all sorts of things, but that was fantastic. Really like that. Let me just exit full screen here, and Marcus played. Hey guys, let me know if you enjoy this full screen thing, because X-Blue Division definitely does. I'm learning things too. I didn't even really realize that button's there. Thanks Sinsu for constantly putting in new features, and thanks for pointing me out to the auto scroll thing on the lyrics. And thanks for other people like X-Blue saying put it on full screen so I can go and realize to do that. Just see over here if there's any new songs that come through. No new songs. Excellent. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new songs. That'll pretty much take us maybe to the end, or maybe just a little bit better, a little bit beyond. I don't mind. I love this stuff. Also, I just noticed. Oh, sorry. So over the course of 5 songs, I did end up making a coffee, and I've actually drunk it. Here's my. I'll just mention this AI DIY coffee cup that I have here. I don't know. It's not going to autofocus. Here we go. Under my mic. It says shh. I'm making AI music. So this cup is what got me into the Suno studio. I noticed that someone with a Suno email address had done an order for a coffee cup. I got onto it really quick, saw that it was from Suno, contacted them, and then I just got a whole bunch of T-shirts, and I sent them off with the coffee cup over to Suno. So I think it's pretty cool that people at Suno are wearing my T-shirt and have my coffee cup. Now, I'm going to be doing a rebrand of my website and everything. We'll be changing the logo over the next few weeks. Hopefully, we'll get onto that. Professor Jacket's part of that. Wolfpack Records is part of that. I've got some suggestions from other people, too. So this is going to be retro AI DIY in a few weeks. Still trying to figure out what the logo is, but I think I have the colors. You will hear sweet Swedish. I hope so. I do want to hear some sweet Swedish. Yes, that would be nice. And I will tweak my nips like I did before when I heard some sweet Swedish. I love hearing other people's accents. It makes me happy to hear other people's accents, because it basically, I love the community, and just knowing by hearing accents how big the community is and how we're all over the world. Look, I don't want to get political about it and stuff. I'm like, don't take this as political, but I hate the way everybody is so divisive now. I know there's a lot of different political persuasions in parts of the world, all in and part of this community. We don't talk about it. We don't get in people's face about it. We just sit here and get on the Facebook groups and talk, and get in the Discords and talk, and make music, and enjoy everybody's company. And we don't give a shit who you voted for, what you think about different words that people are associating with good and bad. We just get on and do it. And that's why I like hearing the accents, because it's obviously a big world. We're all together, and it's awesome. Cool. So before I get even more into words that I say, check out my store if you want to. You can get a coffee cup like that. Bargain basement pricing. I don't even know what it costs. Get another song.
Slip the net before the fall. Engines howl like hounds behind. Chasing ghosts I left behind. And Nick's ahead, starless wide, where broken oaths and exiles hide. Freedom burns, no guiding star, only the wounds of who we are. They say Levski breathes like a tomb. Cracked halls whisper, find your room. You're free to stand or free to fall, but no one walks away at all. I flew to next to buy my soul. Traded chains for a darker hold. Freedom lives where the wrecks decay, and every rebel learns to pay. In Levski's rust, I carve my name. No crown, no law, just iron corridors hum like hymns, smoke-stained flags with tattered rims. Every face a deal or plea. In this place, truth ain't free. We don't bow and we don't pray, but we still bleed in our own way. Anarchy tastes like bitter steel. It cuts no matter what you feel. I hear the lost sing underground. Better damned than never bound. Yet in their eyes I see what's owed. Freedom carries every load. I flew to next to buy my soul. Traded chains for a darker hold. Freedom lives where the wrecks decay, and every rebel learns to pay. In Levski's rust, I carve my name. No crown, no law, just flame. Is this freedom or exile's throne? Out here, you stand alone, but I'd rather burn than kneel, even if the void won't heal. I flew to next by my soul. Traded chains for a darker hold. Freedom lives where the wrecks decay, and every rebel learns to pay. In Levski's dark, I stake my claim. No gods, no chains, just flame. Let the empire curse my name. I'm not broken, I'm untamed. For in the void I found the key. Freedom's price is never free. Is never free.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for big visuals, and in that particular genre, I love rock, and I love. So what game is that? I think I saw people talking about what game it was. I thought it was maybe Cyberpunk or something like that initially. Although I've never played Cyberpunk, but it does come up a bit. What was that? It was awesome. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the visuals. So let me just mark this as played before I forget. Yeah, fantastic, dude. Oh, put it off the screen. Thank you for submitting that one. You know, I do love the sci-fi. What was the name of that? Great. Now, let's see. What was the last one? We'll figure it out. So I got through most. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more songs to go. Star Citizen. I'll have to check that one out. I got to go through all these chats and find out these games I need to be playing. Like, I think I mentioned that I've been going through Steam, going, what's new, and just sort of dreaming about what's out there. But really, I like open world stuff because I can just do whatever I want and take whatever time I want. Plus, I watch a lot of Viva La Dirt League, and a lot of that stuff about open world gaming is in there. But I just don't have time. I just know if I get into, Red Dead Redemption 2, that'll be my life, and I'll be sitting there hunting down animals and skinning them and chopping wood for hours and hours, and I would lose my life. And right now I live in a really cool place. I don't know if I would have told everybody. I moved to the Gold Coast, Australia. There's a lot of cool beaches out here, and if I get stuck going to video games, I wouldn't go to any beaches. But let's go back to the spinny wheel. I don't think we've seen X-Blue yet. This is pretty weird for the wheel not to. Giorgio, I'll just get Red Dead Redemption 2. I got as far as getting past that winter thing. I felt exhausted, and then I just stopped playing. Yeah, it's a bit late. So the wheel is being a bit unkind to X-Blue Division today. But the wheel knows the wheel is always got a plan. So I don't know why, but that's the way it is, I guess. So before I go ahead, obviously the wheel is very smart and chose X-Blue Division, but for some reason landed on it, and it's not coming up. So what I might do is just hit source. I don't know if you saw that, Senzu, while I was doing that. when it was spinning, I approved a song in the middle of it spinning, and then when it landed on X-Blue, it didn't give me the ability to play. But I think I can just go to Music Player, and I can go to X-Blue Division maybe. Let's see here. Come on. Nothing like... See, it just crossed it out for some reason. Can I just do that? No. Source. I'll just go source then. Yep, I'll just do source. Okay. All right.
There lived a maid both fair and free, who scorned the witch's art, but one in wrath and jealousy did seek to break her heart.
A curse upon thy flesh and bone, a curse upon thy kin. Thy joy shall turn to dust and stone, thy days be steeped in sin.
The witch, she spoke with spiteful tongue. She raised her hand on high. The winds grew wild, the church bell rung. The clouds did cloak the sky.
A curse upon thy flesh and bone, a curse upon thy kin. to dust and stone. Thy days be steeped in sin.
The maiden wept, her strength gave way. Her love was struck with grief, and all who heard the curse that day found neither rest nor relief.
A curse upon thy flesh and bone, a curse upon thy kin. Thy joy shall turn to dust and stone. Thy days be steeped in sin.
So heed, good folk, this warning true. Beware the witch's snare. Her words like fire shall follow you and drive you to despair.
It's almost unfair. It's almost unfair how good that stuff is. Sorry to shut off the credits, but now you have to go and check out X Blue's song on his channel. So that's just the way it is. I think I'm just going to get out of this one. I'm going to mark it as played. Actually, I think it's already... No, there we go. Mark is played. Dude, his stuff is always so good. We're all huge fans. And I think we all lean on his credits to get ideas of what to do. So I don't know, this is good because it's a couple crossover themes here. It's video game, because I'm going to make it about video games because I don't know. We were talking about some video games that get ported over to TV series, and some of them not so good, but some of them are good. If you have a chance to go watch the Castlevania TV series, this video reminded me of it because it was very much in line with that. Dracula's just sort of chilling. He's like the evil Dark Knight or whatever, but he sort of has his whatever. Humanity's fine. I'm not too pissed off at him or whatever. Got married to a human. The human sort of turned him into like a, pretty soft. He was content with life. I'm also in MOB. Awesome. I'll talk to you. And then basically, she was accused of being a witch, was killed, and that just set the freak off Dracula, right? I'm in Mob. Yes. Did I get through? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Anyway, you did it, Mob Vision. So does that mean did I win the round or something? Oh, I missed it. Saw it already a day or so ago. Great job as always. Dude, I'm excited with whatever it is that you're saying. So anyway, if you can watch Castlevania, it's very much that reminded me of it. It was such a good thing. Like, piss off the wrong, entity that's just trying to get by, and your whole village can get wiped out. What's the point? Let's go to the next song.
and crawls up the spine of the floor. There's movement in the brain, I've heard that voice before. Crowded rooms feel smaller now, I fake the calm they want to see. Then crash behind the veil, my laugh comes late off. Time cut short like bad TV. Every glance rewinds itself and stops right before me. The vest. I'm still hearing a dead frequency, dancing where the noise should be. All the good parts lag behind, the rest repeat inside of me. Don't tune in, just let it be. I've learned to love the bleed. They say I'm hard to carry, but they still lift my name. Call it guilt, call it gravity, it always the same. My pulse skips like film, torn through each frame. I'm missing year. Their comfort sounds rehearsed enough to make the fall clear. If I vanish mid-sentence, leave the line uncrossed. Not every ghost deserves a grave. Some prefer the pause. I'm still hearing the dead frequency, breathing through machinery. Every prayer cuts out and please, but that's enough for me. Let the mist bury the key. I never meant to be free.
Man, the standard today for the videos and the songs, it's noticeably better every single week, and every week it's awesome for the time. There you go, Detour. We promised we'd play your song, and the wheel decided that was the time to do it. Obviously, that was an epic moment. Sorry you had to share the limelight with the news about me being in that grand final with X-Blue Division, but that's cool because we all get to share in it together. Actually, that's a really cool moment that you're here, X-Blue's here, and we're doing a European segment, and we both did. We're in the grand final for the Mob Vision Eurovision song competition. So thanks for sharing our moment with that. Sorry to have to share it with you. It should have been paying, I guess, more attention to your song, but that was epic. Good, nice, great song too, by the way. But we know we know how long it takes to get epic visuals like that. So that's a lot of work to go, especially to make it look that good. So we'll get into the next song. I don't want to keep going on forever because we're getting to that time. Dr. No, another good one out there. And actually, it's just like a fantastic song. Obviously, the imagery is awesome. Very signature for Dr. No for that type of animation. But I just want to also say thank Dr. No very much for coming on board as part of the team, as being the person that's going to market these lives. I'm not terribly good at marketing them. I always feel like if I post them in everybody's Facebook things and Discords, even though that's what everybody else is doing and I'm fine with it, people posting in mine, I always feel like, should I be really that, like, is it appropriate for me to post in there? Dr. No has no problem with that, so Dr. No is going to be doing that for me. I appreciate that, Don. Yeah, go ahead and do that for me, and let me know if you saw Dr. No's post, and any of the things that brought you here. Also, thanks for all the kind words for me and XBlue, for getting into the Mob Vision Eurovision Grand Finals. I just got news while I was in this. I'm actually pumped. This is the first time I've actually submitted in a song competition before, but because I love Eurovision so much, I just wanted to make something that I thought that I get out of Eurovision, which is identity. I'll just quickly talk about the song I did. It's called My Hartford. I'll play it out if you didn't see it when I played it in. I'll play it out as the last song so you can see that with the song that went in for the grand final. I grew up in Massachusetts. Massachusetts wasn't available as the country to select, but the part of Massachusetts that I belong to is Western Mass, and I always thought we were more connected to Connecticut and Hartford than we were for Boston, because Boston sort of looks down on us as being those farmers and simple folk. But Hartford used to have an ice hockey team called the Hartford Whalers, and in the late 90s, they lost that hockey team, and people, and it's like the only professional sport they have. And Hartford's a really small city, and I could feel their heart ache. And even around the NHL world, like, people love the Hartford Whalers, even though they were like a low market team. And they very much felt like they lost their identity, and they've been dying to get it back. And there's a lot of stories behind that. And I thought I can really identify with and connect to that part of their identity. And I could just do it. I felt like I could do it in a really Eurovision epic, over the top way, which I felt that I did. And I appreciate all the people that voted for that song, because it was against a lot. Like, I was voting in those rounds. I'm going, man, this is some tough competition. So I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate XBlue was Mexico. Awesome. So everybody that voted for me and XBlue, anybody else that's out there that got through, thank you very much. So we'll get to the spinny wheel. Yeah, that was awesome. Before I get into the song too much, I've always feel like I got to say something meaningful about the songs. Like, you guys show up, stay all the way through for a couple hours. Sometimes you put songs together specifically for these live streams, but I'll just say, Kenny B, you could not possibly have played Contra in the 80s, because if you played Contra in the 80s on the NES, you would not feel the same about co-op gaming. Because, like, I always think, like, if you want to know if a marriage is going to last, either go camping and put up a tent together with the person you're thinking about married, and if it can survive that process, or you go and play Contra. Because in Contra, like, if you jump too far or too fast and your friend falls off screen, they're dead. So those two things, if you can do those and still remain friends and friendly, that's good. This song was awesome. I love that it made me feel good. The song was fantastic. Obviously, the video, I don't understand how good we're all getting in video creation. It was fantastic. I loved it. Great song. And thanks for putting it through. Love co-op no matter. Go ahead and play Contra. Go back, play Contra with someone that, but yeah, this guy that was growing up with, he was a couple years younger than me. He had Contra on his NES, and we were really young. I was still, I think, maybe just in like 6th or 7th grade. Dude, if I jumped off screen or he jumped off screen, that is the most frustrating thing. You just kill each other that way. I'm going to refresh this. There's one song left to play on the wheel. I'm going to refresh, see if there's any more submissions. And then we'll play it. And then I'll play out with, there is. There we go. All right. I'll take this one more. So we got 2 more songs. War Thunder. We'll play them real quick, and then I'll play out with my Mob Vision Eurovision song.
Night falls, but I never log out. Altitude climbing through a blackout bout. Eyes closed, but I see the trail. Dreams don't end when the missiles hail.
Can't tell if I'm dreaming or locked in a queue. Flack in the distance, red burning blue. Joystick twitches while I'm dead asleep, but my squad's on comms and it's trouble they seek. Night mode vision on a grayscale dawn. Dogfight drift till the dream is gone. I sweat in my sleep from a dive too steep. Respawn loop where the shrapnel speaks.
I'm not awake, but I'm still inbound. Allies falling with haunting sound. Wheels touch down on a field of flame. Every night I dream this game.
I'm playing War Thunder in my sleep, chasing ghosts at 20,000 feet.
Night wears loaded with heat, seeking rounds. Every heartbeat's hard, missile bound.
I'm flying blind in a lucid fight, wings on fire in the dead of night.
No safe zone, no retreat. I'm playing War Thunder in my sleep. In my sleep.
It's not a game when it runs this deep. I nap to the hum of a Bombay sweep. Maps in my mind like they're carved in stone. A wake up call, just a dial tone. Run cold with a locked on trail. In dreams even steel can fail. I've crashed more times than I care to admit, but even in sleep I don't rage quit.
I don't dream of peace or rest. Only scores showing my squad's the best. One more sortie, one more flame. Even asleep I chase this game.
This ain't rest, it's total recall.
Falling through clouds, I hear, feel, and see it all.
I'm playing War Thunder in my sleep,
Dive through fire with a fervent heat.
no lullabies, just radar pings.
My dreams are built for blowing up things. Engines howl,
I don't think we've had Thundersmuck on before. Maybe Thundersmuck's playing War Thunder instead of watching my streams. That'd be pretty controversial. We'll have to look into that one. And that's interesting to I know, like when I was making videos early on, I might still do this is mix in some AI generated stuff through Kling or whatever with other means like clip or open source sort of videos. But that's good. Like I know cyberpunk is used a bit in these music videos and stuff, but that's good. Obviously, War Thunder is a pretty big thing. I haven't played it, but let me just see. Jenner Alter Music, great, reminded me of my FIFA dedication. Yeah, I think we can all relate to this song. To be fair, those of us that have been playing games. I remember Command and Conquer, the original Command and Conquer. I think I basically started playing at like 5 p.m, played it through the night, and it's the first time like completely lost time, and I saw the sun coming up, and I'm like, what the frig? It was amazing. Great game back then, but I think we can all relate. I love these songs that we can relate to. Let's go one more time to the wheel. I'll have a quick chat, thank everybody, and then we'll play out with the Mob Vision song.
Dark halls surround me. Silence in the flame. Dark halls consume me. Nothing feels the same. Dark halls are waiting, tearing me apart. Dark halls forever, burning through my heart.
Yeah, awesome song. I mean, it just takes you back. Anybody that was there for the Doom, and it looks like there's a few people that were. Yeah, you're just looking at going, man, like that was so groundbreaking during the day. Back in the day, it was huge. I remember like my first exposure to dial-up. Well, not like I've been on dial-up and in the internet, but my first exposure to like internet gaming. Oh, stupid battery! I was wondering if that was gonna die. Where do I go? What do I do? Hey, just bear with me while I change my battery. What the hell? This is. Oh, I only had to make it like another 2 minutes. Here we go. All right. Just go ahead and do the chat. Like I have this camera charging while I'm talking, but it still can't seem to keep up. And I keep meaning to do something about this, but then I don't. Let's see if I can do this all with one hand. It's here. Camera's on. And laugh at me in the comments down below for this thing that constantly happens. But the good thing is I'm getting really good at changing this battery out. And here we go. Let me get it all lined up. God, I'm so good at changing this battery. Let me just see. And here I am. Am I here? There we go. Cool. Black Hole Sun, what you done? Yes. We'll play that. Cool. Thanks everybody for yeah, your parents 590 music. Yes, my parents never knew what I was on, but my parents weren't too strict on that stuff anyway, but I know definitely that was a game that was very controversial in some households, and you definitely would want to sneak that. Cool. So I'm going to play. Look, if anybody wants to support in the, you can click that support thing. I forgot to hit the add button the entire time. So, yeah, I appreciate the donations that have come so far. Either way, it's all good. I do this for the love of doing it, and to see, and to know that you guys love having your songs featured. Thanks for being here to help celebrate the news that I'm in the grand final with fellow creator here that's in the chat, X Blue Division, over at Mob Vision. Maybe join the Mob Vision Discord that's there while we're promoting other people. I know they're going to be running Mob Vision 3. It's definitely a good place to advertise that here because it's obviously a Eurovision for us, and this is the Europe time slot. So thanks, everybody. I will play out with my submission for the Eurovision Mob Vision song competition called My Hartford, which we let in, but some of you joined a little bit late. I wouldn't normally promote my own stuff, but occasionally I do if I get desperate because I'm, slow on the uptake with getting stuff out. But here it is, called My Hartford. It's because I see Eurovision very much is people getting their identity out there, at least the stuff that I'm really into. In this case, my country was Connecticut, and the capital of Connecticut is Hartford. So that's what I did for the identity stuff. So here we go with My Hartford, and we'll play out and, like I said, all that stuff. Love you guys, and I'll catch you for the next one for 10 a.m. Gold Coast time. So I'm doing my second one now. So thanks very much. I'll keep watching the chat.
All by myself in the city of insurance towers. But the ice is broken glass. I tried and tried again to find my face inside the mirror, but the wailer
song has passed. All I needed was a frozen rain, just to realize that our pride could sing. Where the river flows through the dream of people, where the whale still swims though it has no steeple. In my Hartford, my Hartford. Thought I made it clear, do I have to say it? We were always there, we just did not play it. All I need is you and me and my home. Carolina cheers in green and navy shadows. They pretend to know our hymn, and I now watch the screen. It is pain, but it is also kindness that our will is not erased. We are not saying we do not love the wolf pack. We are not saying this at all, but my heart is in the tale that never came back. Where the banners hang, but they hang in silence. Where the echoes fall, but they fall in guidance. In my Hartford, my Hartford. Yankees, Red Sox, who am I belonging? Only whale song knows the truth I'm longing. All I need is you and me and my home. I lead asleep while our voices cry. The Excel Center stands, but it kneels inside. Return to us, oh frozen dream. Where the river flows through the dream of people, where the whale still swims though it has no steeple. In my Hartford,